Has your investing app ever cost you money by stopping you from either buying or selling a stock? What is actually going on here and what is the solution? Let's go ahead and break it down. Now, this year will be my 14th year covering the stock market, and from all the comments and all the videos I've ever done on every social media platform, I have seen all the complaints. And what I've done is pulled together the top 3 reasons why your app isn't working, and I have broken down and given you all the solutions right here in one single video. And the first one is really basic and really simple, and you'll be surprised on how many people don't know it or forget this very, very simple thing. And it really is 2 things put into one, okay? So bear with me here. The first one is the stock market hours that people totally forget, but also the holidays. So for people who have been doing this for a while, you probably know this, but beginners clearly do not, and that's fine. You have to learn it somewhere. But the stock market hours are 9:30 Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. That's it. If you buy a stock before then, your app will say pending or working. You cannot buy that stock. You will not see that stock in your account until the market opens. Okay, I say that because I see it in the comments weekly. Literally every single week, someone says that in the comments, and you gotta learn somewhere. Okay, so it's not like a shame thing. We have to learn together. Okay, but that is why. So if you buy a stock on the weekend, it's gonna say pending until Monday when the stock market opens. Unless Monday is a federal holiday, like Memorial Day or Labor Day or any other federal holiday that falls on any particular day. So do also pay attention to federal holidays. And this is the one where some people who have been investing for years, myself included, may also forget. The stock market is closed on federal holidays. And don't forget that some holidays or some even religious holidays where the stock market can be closed early. So I think like Good Friday, the stock market may close at like noon or a few hours early. That happens. Okay, and it's not something like, that's not something on my calendar where I just know and remember. It's just something like, oh yeah, that did happen. The market is closed. So keep an eye on those things. That is something where I will put it in a stock market order and realize that, oh shoot, it's closed. I have to wait until the next day. Okay, so if you are trying to buy something or you tried to sell something and get out of it and realize, oh shoot, the market closed early or it is a holiday, you just kind of have to sit there and wait until the next day. That is normal. That's not your app acting up. That just does happen. Also, you got to do the math if you're not on the East Coast. Unfortunately, I cannot imagine trying to, trade and be an investor in California. Obviously, you can schedule these things, but you guys get the point here, okay? All right, next here is the settlement rule. Now, this is one that I don't think enough people know the background behind. So there used to be a rule called T+3. This is the trade date. So let's say I buy a stock on Monday, and then this is the 3. So that's the trade date plus 3 additional days. This means that the trade has settled. So for example, let's say I sell a stock on Monday. Okay, so I have to wait. I bought it on Monday. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That means the cash will not be in my possession and control until Thursday. I cannot transfer the money out of my account until Thursday. If I bought the stock on Monday, the stock is not truly mine until Thursday. Okay, that was the original rule. Now, in most cases, this is now changing to T+1. If you have a Charles Schwab account, they have likely already sent you some emails. Many of my accounts are now sending me emails saying now we're switching to T+1. Thankfully, this is due to technology and a bunch of other things. So now you sell a stock on Monday. Now you'll be able to have that cash and move it on Tuesday, okay? Provided that there's not a federal holiday, okay? So now it is T, trade date, +1. So now that means that I only have to wait just those 2 business days. Why is that important? That is because there are some circumstances, especially if you're new, you say, hey, look, I bought a stock, I tried to sell a stock and move the money that exact same day. My app is not allowing me to move the money. I made $1,000. I need to move it because I got something to pay. I need to move it because I want my money right now. It's not allowing me to move my money. Why is that the case? I want my money now. Robinhood, Cash App, X, Y, and Z app is holding my money from me. This is illegal. This is wrong. That's not really the case. The money hasn't settled. You're going to have to wait 1, 2, 3 business days until it settles, and then they will transfer it to your account. That's just the rules of how this entire thing works. It has always been that way. Should it be that way? Is it fun that it's that way? No, it's not, right? Should it be instant? Yes, it should, okay? But that is how things are, and it's just old school on how accounting used to work and how things are working currently. Again, thankfully, it has been reduced, okay? I'm pretty sure at some point it was probably T+7 for all I know, but now it's becoming T+1. Now for crypto is instant, right? Which makes crypto a little bit more efficient for obvious reasons. Crypto is also 24/7. So you don't have to deal with the federal holidays and the settlement dates and all that kind of stuff. But that's different, right? For stocks, you have to deal with the stock market hours. You have to deal with the settlement, and that's just knowing how the rules work and how those things play out. Also, this is one reason why when it comes to, we talked about this with Warren Buffett selling and some of these CEOs like selling stock on certain days. This is why I'm not really panicked when those things happen, because I know, right, if someone is selling a week before Christmas, you're probably doing that so you can sell before the tax year is over, right? Okay, that makes sense because you're trying to avoid the federal holiday for Christmas, right? And you're trying to sell early so you can have the cash to buy presents or whatever it is you're trying to do, or you're trying to make sure that you're selling and you can pay off tax bill or do whatever it is you need to do, okay? All right, the next one is knowing what a circuit breaker is and knowing that stocks, the entire stock market, can be halted, as well as individual stocks can be halted for crazy reasons. Okay, so here's the thing. There was a scandal, for those that may not know, with Robinhood, AMC, and GameStop in 2021, where some things happened and the app did not allow people to buy and sell shares of GameStop. Now, while I'm not going to get into the details of conspiracies around that specifically, there is something called a circuit breaker where the entire stock market will be halted under certain conditions. This is normal. Well, I'll say this. Okay, I'm gonna say this. This is something that has been in the books. Actually, financial advisors actually have to study this. It is a test question that we are all beholden to. Okay, so it's something that's been in the textbook for years, and I'm not gonna say it was scary when it actually happened. It was just kind of shocking because you study a bunch of stuff and you just circle the right answer, but when you actually see it in real life, you're like, oh my God, I never thought I'd actually see this. And it's happened in 2020. It happened a few times. There's actually a video of me reacting to it when it happened in 2020. So a circuit breaker occurs when the stock market drops 7%. Okay, and this is a weird rule. Okay, when the stock market drops 7% before 3:25 Eastern, I told you that was a weird rule, okay? If the stock market drops 7% the first time, the stock market is halted. Nobody on any app can buy for 15 minutes, buy or sell, okay? The entire stock market freezes for 15 minutes. Then, if the entire stock market drops 13%, we stop again for 15 minutes, everybody chill out, everybody relax, okay? That is what is called a circuit breaker. If the stock market then, for whatever reason, drops down 20%, everybody go home, we're turning off the stock market, you come back tomorrow and get your act together. That is what a circuit breaker is. Should that occur, that is not the app, that is not you, that is everybody, okay? That has occurred. That has occurred in real life. This did happen to all of us in 2020. It can, but it is very rare, it can happen for individual stocks as well, and the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, can order individual stocks to have a particular halt for specific reasons, usually due to either like national security or liquidity questions as well, or if they feel like something is being manipulated or something fishy is going on inside of trading, stuff like that. So that can happen as well. So if you have a stock that you feel like, hey, it's not letting me buy, it's not letting me sell, and you know you have cash in the account and you know it's already settled, then that is where I would look for. Is this being halted? If so, why? Is it being halted by the SEC? Is it being halted? Is the entire stock market being halted? And now we want to see what is going on there. That is something that has occurred in the past, and that's something I would look to see. Is this something that is going on? But it's really 9 times out of 10, knowing the rules of the stock market and understanding what is really going on at play. Those are the major things of just knowing what the rules are and understanding those rules. And it's usually not the app and usually not the market. It's just knowing what the parameters are. Now that you know exactly what the rules are, right, and how to kind of get around those, and knowing like what box we have to play in and what the chessboard is, right, and knowing that there are 64 squares and how you move among the 64 squares, you have to know exactly what pieces should be on the board and how to move, right? So moving back to our investing reality and not necessarily metaphor, you know the rules, you know the account, you know how to invest, but exactly what to invest in. Right now we know the rules. The question is, what do we invest in? What are the best stocks to choose right now? If you want to know what that is and what stocks are really slept on right now, then this is the video that you want to watch next.